Today we're going to talk about how easy it is to add a contact in KVCore. Hi, I'm Steve Batiste, broker owner of NextHome West Realty. Let's get into it. Okay, so what you're going to want to do up in the upper right corner, you're going to first of all you're going to navigate to your smart CRM to My Contacts. Then you're going to click Add Contact, and let's go in here and add a contact. Let's add Ben Franklin. How about that? And we're going to add an email address. I'm going to add my email address that I never log into. Phone number in there. Right here, when you these three buttons here are very important because you're going to want to click yes if you have permission to contact them via phone calls, text, and email. Let's go ahead and put the address in. You're not always going to have this information when you're putting it in. You want to get as much of it in as you can because it will help you later on down the road. In here we have lead status. So basically, it's pretty self-explanatory. If they're a prospect or a new lead, a prospect is someone has a potential to become an actual lead. It's just someone you're actually, and they kind of go in steps here. So sphere of influence is just, obviously someone friend, family, whatever. I'm going to go ahead and put prospect on this one. Lead source, you can add whatever you want in here. There's a lot of predefined lead sources in here. Let's say I've met this person through a referral. Let's say it was a referral. Lead owner is going to be me. And then right here are your smart campaigns. So this is a seller/buyer. I put them as a lead type seller/buyer. So you're going to want to put in here probably default active buyer first. You can actually add campaigns. You can edit these campaigns. You can add different campaigns as well. We'll go through how to do that later. If you have a lender, you can add the lender here. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back here. We want to put default active seller here because you want to sell this house before we buy a house. So let's get them on active seller, and then we can change it later on. I'll show you how to do that in a minute. And then if you want to put any hashtags or notes, I always like to put the city so that I could look for all my sellers in certain cities. I put hashtag seller, hashtag buyer. This is basically so you can filter through your leads. Then I'm going to hit add contact. Once that goes in, we're going to want to, one of the first things you're going to want to do is go in here and run validation. And validation is basically going to go through and search social networks and things to find out if that contact has, what their LinkedIn account is. And then you can go up here and you can click and find them on Facebook, find them on LinkedIn, all these different networks up here. All right. Once we're in here, I want to make sure, we have a default active seller. If it's an actual client or past client, we have automated market reports through here, and you can set the frequency of them. Once you click on the location, you can actually set them, to go every 7 days, 14 days, 21 days, 28 days, to basically keep in contact with your sellers. The address, if you're adding a seller and you have their address in here and you click core present and you hit add, it'll actually go in and allow you to sync this up with that seller's address right away, so you don't have to go in and retype a bunch of things. And then up here you have different options, so you can send them an email directly out of here. You can send them a text out of here. You can actually use this as kind of a dialer and call your lead directly from KVCore. So it'll keep track of everything that you do. So when they respond to that email, it'll show up in here. When they respond to your text message, it'll show up in here. So it'll keep track of everything. So if you're working, tons of leads, you're going to want to make sure that you write everything down. I've known agents that work off of an Excel spreadsheet, and I don't know how they do it, but more power to them if they can. This is just a lot easier to help you keep your leads organized. And also, what will happen too is after you send them property alerts, you can go in here and set up a property alert. It'll come in and it'll start, if they start coming back to the site and they start interacting more with your CRM, with your emails that you're sending out, they start looking at properties, these insights over here will go up, and it'll show you, the people that have a higher propensity to buy. So you can go in and filter your database and just work those leads, like the people that are, like 3 or 4 or 5. It'll make it a lot easier, and those are the people you'll focus on. That's all I have for this video. If you like the content, hit like and subscribe to see more.